Hello buddy, something a little bit different this week. After Pip came up to us to actually have the diesel heater set up last weekend, we've actually come down to her, actually to the Chiltern Hills. And we're going out for a wander, going to see what sort of things we can find, but we'll take you with us, give you a bit of a different view of what we've found. And yeah, hopefully it'll be quite nice, but follow that Pip. So we've not got too far, just found this sort of area of brambles, loads of butterflies around, so we're currently sort of taking snaps,
Small copper.
and Pippa's trying to find different bits and bobs with Google Lens, trying to identify them for us.
It's a small copper.
A small copper apparently, the one which we've got. I'll pop a little picture up now that I just got, but yeah, it's lovely around here, fantastic. So whereabouts are we then, Pip?
Whereabouts are we? We are Watlington Hill. Near Watlington. In the Chilterns.
It's rather pretty, I must admit.
I do like it, I have to say.
It is very nice. I've very nearly tripped over then as well. Just for good fun.
Don't do that.
No, not yet. So last night we did a park up just up the road from Pippa. Nice little spot at the old Red Lion pub, which is really nice. Jackie there, really handy, so really friendly. Had no problem at all with us stopping there. He's actually in the Brett Stops guide as well, so it's quite handy to know. But yeah, really nice park up, and so peaceful as well. The other bit that is strange with the village that Pip lives in, there's no street lights. Obviously where we are in Nottingham, yeah, at night it's like daytime, there's that many street lights around. But yeah, really nice, really sort of unusual to see as well. As far as us using the van goes, it's been absolutely brilliant. Like I said, we've been away pretty much every weekend now since we finished in the middle of May. We've actually been invited back up to the Lake District, but we've come down here to see Pip this weekend. Obviously sort of said the electric's done now, so Spog I should say, is now ready for its sort of maiden outing since the refit. But hopefully we're going to get sort of, depending on how sort of timings go, might actually meet up with the guys from Camper Fantails, possibly Rich as well, that we know, up in the lakes. But we've just got to work a couple of logistics out, but we can get up there sort of next weekend and sort of have a bit of a gathering. I think a lot of coffee and cake will be consumed while we're up there as well. But yeah, it'd be quite nice to see everybody together again. Now I don't know whether we should be concerned or not, but Pip's let us into a secret that one of the times that she came up here, she got lost and basically sort of said one of her sons off to find the car. He couldn't find the car and I had to ring her to say, I can't find the car, it's not where you thought it was. So yeah, hopefully we'll find a way back to the van. If not, send help. Blackberry season has definitely arrived up here, and Pip's quite happily stuffing her face as well. Which, to be fair, I can't say I blame her. Nothing better than going out and getting some wild blackberries. It's something I used to do as a kid back with my mum many moons ago. Like I said, Pip's now got Spog ready for going away in. You excited for that?
So excited.
Could be
I
good.
really need to be on the road again.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
But it's going to be so much better now I've had it all refitted and it's a bit more you.
It is, yeah, and April I think was the last time I went away in Spog.
Yeah.
So I'm well overdue a trip.
Definitely. Might have to take a trip up to the lake soon, I think.
I think October
Baptism
I'm booked in for the lakes.
Yeah, not like we did and sort of finished it 2 days later we were in the lakes.
Yeah, no, I wasn't quite
Yeah.
like that.
No.
I've got a little bit of time yet. I might do a couple of short, maybe overnight, one night on my own somewhere.
Yeah, just make sure it's all okay.
I've got to do test runs, and then a
Yeah.
second test run.
Just to make sure.
Then a third test run.
Yeah, plenty of it in there, but what I might do, when we get back to the van, I'll give you a quick look round of how the electric's all been set up and what's in there now and what's different to before, so yeah, it does look really impressive, I must admit. This is quite a nice idea as well. I've got a section that protects the plants that only some of the local wildlife eat, so a couple of different butterflies will only eat a certain plant, which apparently, according to the guide, horseshoe vetch. But it stops the rabbits from eating it, lets the butterfly caterpillars have a good meal, and boosts the numbers around here, which is really quite nice. That probably explains why we've actually got quite a good variety of butterflies that we've not seen before. So this isn't going to be the regular sort of van video. There's not going to be a lot of van in it, but I thought it'd be nice to bring you for a bit of a walk. Like I said, we're out in the van and show you some of the different places that we're going to. A couple of bits that we do want to sort of do more, sort of showing you around sort of the areas that we go into, not so much the specific park ups. We don't really want to sort of advertise masses on there. I know it's sort of overdoing it, but yeah, some of the areas, show you where we've been, some of the towns that we visit and things like that, so at least you got an idea sort of what the areas are like. So somewhere, if you do want to sort of go and get a park up, you've got some idea. If there's any sort of specific bits and bobs that you want to cover, like I said, we're going to the lakes again soon. We're always out and about around the Peak District as well, picking up different bits and bobs. So if there's any sort of information that you want popping in a video, drop us a comment down below, and yeah, I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible with it. Like I said though, this is something completely different for us. We never really make our way down south. The last time we were sort of anywhere near sort of this sort of area, and it was quite away from us, we went down to Fairford Air Show back in July, but it's rare we actually come down here on a park up to go out and sort of investigate. So yeah, great pit to actually take us along on this one. So I might have mentioned in last week's video that Pip's done a refit on her van Spog. Remember, she had a slight prang in it, and the people that are doing the bodywork couldn't actually do what they needed to do to pull the dent out with all the back-end insulation in place. So it was an ideal time for us to actually rip the whole thing apart, strip that out, go again and actually sort of replace the old sort of grotty stuff that was in there, and essentially make it more of her own van. Because obviously she made a couple of changes from when she first bought it, but it was still sort of laid out the same as it was sort of when she first got it, essentially. So yeah, it was a nice sort of catalyst to actually get that in motion. There's been a couple of little quirks along the way. And so she had the electrics done this week, which has been the big thing holding her back from actually going away in it. But now that's done, so she's ready to go out there, get it tested, and it's the usual thing. Once she starts going away, she'll probably find bits and bobs that she wants to tweak and make modifications, which is what we all do, but that's the fun part of van life, really. And the great thing that obviously she's got now is she knows what insulation's in place, how things are sort of set up, and if there's anything that she may need in the future, sort of modify or move around, she knows what's behind it. She's not going to be wondering, yeah, if I take that off, is something else going to fall down? So it's really nice that she's got something that she's personalised, and essentially she's rebuilt her own van in the style that she wants. She's kept a couple of the bits and bobs. So the rock and roll bed had to stay, because she actually needs that for seating in the van, but some bits have moved around. It's given her a load more space, and I think she's done a really nice job of it. And you have to excuse the heavy breathing, but that hill there is steeper than it looks, trust me. They made it back up to the car park now. Got a nice little circuit round, good couple of miles. Some interesting sort of bits and bobs in there, and it's just a really nice area. Really enjoyed ourselves, because obviously it's somewhere new, but like I say, now back at the car park, Got a quick look in Spog, we'll have a quick look round for you. So, from the outside it looks very similar to what it did before, but the big difference is, just on the floor there now, is Pip's fridge, which she's modelling nicely for us. And just above there, there's the heater controller, which is all plumbed in and wired in lovely now. It's all nice. And the main bulk of the electrics sits just in this corner. So what we've got down here is two 12-volt sockets that she's had put in, and two of these USB sockets. There are little covers on because when she has the kids in the car, don't want fingers accidentally sort of rummaging around in them, but they're individually switchable. So you've got those set up, 12 volts, and it's actually the same solar controller that we went for. They're cheap and cheerful and do the trick nicely. If you want to upgrade later, you can drop a 1xf MPPT in there if you think it's required. But it's got a 100 watt panel on the roof that she's put up, so that should work quite well. Now I said about the batteries, at the minute there is just the one battery in there. There's another one on the way which will be sort of bolted and strapped in, so that'll be nice and secure, and just sort of wired in when that turns up. But it looks like she's got the fuse board there, bank of switches. Ideal setup really, can be expanded out if she needs it, but I think how it stands, that should be everything that she needs electric wise for a while. So there you go, bit of a wander around the Chiltern Hills. Little look in Spog now that she's set up ready for use. And yeah, I think we're going to go for some coffee and cake, so let's go and have a look, shall we? Did I mention we saw a coffee and cake sign? Well, rude not to really. Didn't go for the coffee, it's a bit too warm for me, so, but did go for the cake after all. Pippa and Trace have gone for tea.
Cheers!
That's us all coffee and caked out. Not a bad morning really, quite enjoyed ourselves. So, go check out Pippa's channel, you'll see more of her adventures going on. You see all the day-to-day stuff as well. She does a vlog a day normally. How on earth she does it, I have no idea. I'm sure we're one a week at the minute. So yeah, go check her out, and we'll see you again soon. Please do hit the like button if you've enjoyed it, and if there's anything you want us to cover while we're out and about, drop us a comment down below and see what we can do. See you on the next one. Take care.